Hello, friends. We are back. Hello. Oh, I came in a little hot there. Sorry about that. I kind of feel like I have to be loud to make myself heard over the intro music for this game. Welcome back in. Thank you so much if you're sticking around from the Minecraft stream for some Elden Ring. Ginger, good to hear up on Blue Sky as well. I'll drop a follow after this. Right, let's get back into it. We have a clean slate in Elden Ring because we hit the limit of 10 characters. Because we had 2 characters in the seamless co-op saves and 10 characters from the regular game. Today we are going to be beginning the run for Azur's Glintstone staff. And this is an interesting one because there are going to be... we have the opportunity to get this basically right away as long as we're able to beat a boss in Raya Lucaria. Red Wolf of Radagon is the only thing standing between us and just going and getting the Azur's Glintstone staff right out of the gate. The problem is we need 52 intelligence in order to even wield it. So while it feels like we should be going after the staff right away, something tells me we're not going to be doing that. Let's set up a character. I think we're going to be a Type B. Let's go with some... Do I have a favorite in mind for this already? No. You know what? I think we're going to go with... There's a preset template where they have like this kind of... The Night Folk kind of, or Draconian skin, I feel like makes the most sense for this. I have this setup that I like to do when the skin tone is this color, where you give them like a really vivid tattoo. So let's quickly set that up. Face structure we don't want to mess with all that much. So instead of a mark like that where they have like a scarred face, I like to set up something like this, where the tattoo color is like kind of wild. If we set up something that's kind of like a vivid, like cyan or green, always feels like it really stands out. And then if we tweak this so the angle isn't so messed up, then like, yeah, you end up with somebody who's got like this kind of almost like cheetah print or leopard print kind of vibe going on. We're not going to see the head too much anyway, but I figure I might as well make them pretty. In terms of horizontal and vertical position, I think those are basically good. We could also make them super cool looking with like the blindfold or whatever, but not going to worry too much about that. Hair. Let's give them some interesting hair as well. There are new hair types since the DLC, which we could always use. This feels very like Mikola adjacent, some of this. I do still like the the flip over a little bit. But let's go with... Let's go with something like this. Let's go with some really straight hair. Oh, the bangs are very good, though. The fringe. It's like super black hair. I feel like we want something that's in a cooler tone, right? I think maybe we go with something like that. And maybe a different face template. This is the one we started with, right? Maybe go with this one. The form emphasis, they always look so pinched. Make them young. Sure, why not? Why not? Let's go with that. The eyebrows we can barely see, so that's fine. Eyes. Let's make those a more interesting color. I feel like red eyes against the background of that kind of intense like tattoo feels really cool to me. Sure, why not? Cosmetics. We can make them darker around the eyes. I feel like we don't really want to go with any blush or lipstick because that changes the way the dynamic of the face is. If we make the skin color like even darker, It looks kind of too much. I think we'll go with this. Sure. A young astrologer. You can really see like the markings through there. They look like an owl. Let's go with Golden Seed to start off with. Although, no, maybe we'll go with Fanged Imp Ashes just so we can take care of that. But I know where to get those. We'll go with Golden Seed. I know where to get them. What are we going to name this character? I don't have a name picked out for this one, I don't think. What should we name? Azur's Glintstone stuff. I'll see if I had anything saved. I had like a Google Doc of name ideas. From ages and ages ago. Da-da-dum, da-da-dum. Elden Ring names, here we go. Oh, yeah. No, I know what we're going to call this one. We're going to call this one Crystal Rocks. There we go. Because Azur has an armor set that we're also going to get, which has like a lot of crystals like encrusted over the entire thing. So that's what we're going with. Anyway, let's get the run started. Oh, we could have gone with Azula. That's a fun Avatar reference. Here comes the bouncy ball. Sing along if you know the words.
The fallen leaves tell a story. The great Elden Ring was shattered. In our home, across the fog, the lands between. Now, Queen Marika the Eternal is nowhere to be found.
They look kind of mystical. Fits the weapon. Yeah.
Night
That's the idea.
of the Black Knives, Godwyn the Golden was first to perish.
This is going to be a base game run as well. Probably no DLC, even though there's some pretty ridiculous spells in the DLC, as we discovered in the Astrologer Staff playthrough.
Marika's offspring
I wanted to originally stick to just Azur's School of Sorcery, which is just Glintstone, Comet Shard, Comet, and Comet Azur. I think I'll aim for using the 3 of those, but they're obviously not suitable to every situation, so...
The mad taint of their newfound strength.
I'm also probably going to do an int Dex build for this one, because Dex is going to help with the casting speed, and Azur's Staff, I think, increases FP cost at the... Increase with an increase in casting speed, or maybe increase in power. I forget which way around it is. Azur's and Lusat's both have a similar effect. They make spells more expensive.
Leading to abandonment.
But I want to go int Dex, and I want to get Wing of Astel. Just as a fun Dex weapon for an int build. Where's the Azure Staff again? It's in Raya Lucaria. It's behind that awful page guarding the corridor on the second floor of the chapel where you enter.
Call of long lost grace.
Yeah, I've never tried Wing of Astel, and it's obviously so far down the alphabet that I might never get to it.
Chieftain of the Badlands.
Can't wait until the Wing run? Yeah, like in 8 years' time or whatever.
Fear, the deathbed companion.
A loathsome dung-eater.
And Sir Gideon Othmere, the all-knowing.
There's this little goblin bringing him his staff. That's what Ensha looks like under the armor.
And one other, whom grace would again bless.
What's up, Ooloncle? Got a second wing from a friend, running dual wings for a bit. Insanely fun. The weapon has a deceptive reach. Nice. And one other rat, whom grace would again bless.
Cross the fog to
Show us the
lands
face.
between.
Show us the face. Oh, not quite. Don't have a big nose
Stand
protruding from the
before
hood.
The Elden Ring.
I think it'd be really fun if you could remove the hood for the opening cutscene.
And become the Elden Lord.
No face for you. Alright. Mikola, here we are. So I can show you a little bit. They look kind of like a Na'vi from Avatar. That's not intentional. So, we're going to do our usual thing. We're going to quickly die to Grafted Scion, because I have no intent of actually fighting him this time around. I'm pretty sure Azur's staff levels up with Somber Smithing Stones, but I could be wrong, because I don't know if it has like a unique skill or anything, and that seems to be the requirement for Somber weapons. But yeah, now that we're outside a little bit, you can kind of see what's going on there. They do look kind of cat-like, but I think it's just the way the like tattoo figured out. I've also just started Dark Souls 2, so this is going to feel a little strange. Vinka, thanks so much for the 46 months earlier. Appreciate it very much. So, skipping through our usual bits and pieces, we have a golden seed, so we can apply that to our flasks whenever, which is good, because we're going to need mana flasks for this build. On my Dark Souls 2 run, I started as a... whatever the equivalent of Elden Ring's warrior is, the dual-wielding class. Immediately bought 2 cestices from the merchant in the forest, and... now I'm punching stuff. Shout out to my mana bar being larger than my health bar. Love starting Astrologer. Also, why the heck are my runes? I don't have any runes. Why does it show that I have runes there? Certainly missed 46, only saw the streak. Alright, let's say hello to Varre, do the usual. Now you can see the face a little bit better.
Are you familiar? You may also that. It will lead even if it great to castle, the home.
It really has that expression of, is he still talking? Okay, cool. Off we go then. Let's go get Torrent. We're going to do our usual setup, kill Grail, the usual kind of stuff, because, oh god, the lighting is flickering in the background. Because, like I said, we're going to need 52 intelligence to even wield the staff that we're looking for, so we're not going to be actually using it in any great hurry. We really want to maximize our rune intake nice and early. I'm not sure how we're going to be getting runes aside from just beelining it straight to Varre's questline, so we'll probably aim to get into Stormvale like usual. Oh yeah, I need to go and get the golden rune from outside, don't I? Yeah, we'll go into Stormvale, we'll fight Godrick. Obviously the other option is to fight Renala, and Renala is a real pain to fight when you're a magic class, so...
What's it? I am of selling where the land is only, let's say, goodbye.
See ya. Always good to see Carle. Yes, absolutely. So we'll grab some root resin. We'll get the ingredients for blood grease. We'll go and kill Grail. We'll go and kill the Knights Cavalry in northeastern Caelid. I swear I get more root resin from this forest. Where is it? Oh, it's around here, of course. There we go. Not bad. Yeah, we got 6. That should be good. Oh god, the flickering is so bad. I feel like I noticed that way less on the one that didn't have easy anti-cheat installed in the modded playthroughs. I feel like the flickering and like the occasional jitters that happen where the game will like slow down and speed up don't happen nearly as often when you remove easy anti-cheat, which is kind of an indictment of easy anti-cheat, really.
You need to the foot. Then it's summon me. Ah, I bequeath. You, it will summon Torrent. Treat him with.
I'm actually using crafting now. I always get the crafting kit. I just do. It's just like part of my setup in the early game. Because there's times that you need it, and I mean, blood grease is really useful for just killing Grail faster. So we're going to go down here. We're going to get the whetstone knife, just so I can apply wild strikes to the Morning Star. We'll go meet Rani, because it's always nice to meet Rani, and then we can summon stuff.
I'd heard tend upon the talk thou art but to call forth. I was entrusted by torrents. 'Tis a best summon them with the spirits, now it is thy. Forgive, I doubt wish. How long will he for the time?
Nice. Alright, now that little encounter is over. Honestly, we should just warp here, it's probably faster. Ava, Klaus, version, thanks so much for the 100 bits. Can you say happy birthday to your friend Luke? He's a huge fan. Happy birthday, Luke. Hope you have a good one. Always happy to celebrate birthdays. And yeah, hope you get up to something fun. Well, thank goodness the Spirit Spring effect lasts all the way down here, because that would have been catastrophic otherwise. Oh, it really gave us some coyote time there. Right. With that gold pickled fowlfoot claimed, we're going to dash off into the distance around Lake Agil. Yarr! So dramatic. They had loads of fun recording that in the booth, I'm sure. Have those Spirit Springs always been there? Yes, I believe so. It's basically how I always go and get that gold pickle fowlfoot now. I mean, I don't know about like day one release or anything, but I use them all the time. I wasn't playing this game day one anyway. I honestly never thought I would be playing any of the Dark Souls series, but this game got its hooks in me, and now I'm on Dark Souls 2, so I mean, it happens. Still not sure if or when I will go back to Sekiro, but maybe after I've learned to parry in this game, I might give it another shot. We'll go south on Weeping Peninsula, we'll get all of the stuff I need to kill Grail easily, and then we'll come back and we'll do Fort Heights. So your first FromSoft, day before DLC dropped, ruined me, nothing but Souls and Elden Ring since. I mean, that's me, plus with like Minecraft, obviously, but... Ignore that. Ignore that slight upon my person. I don't think we'll worry about Arena, because I don't think there's anything really that useful for me in Castle Morn. We don't get any, like, sorceries or anything from it. I don't expect I'll be using the Ruins Greatsword on this Int Dex build. Well, not the Ruins Greatsword, the Grafted Blade. What I am looking for, first and foremost, is this. Yay! Smithing stones won't hurt either, of course. We don't need mighty shots, so we'll ignore that. I will head up here and get the memory stone, because memory slots are going to come at a premium when I am maining Azur's sorceries. So we'll head up here, switch the sword for the first time. Say hello to the wolves. And slash some turtles. Their sacrifices will not be in vain. I will definitely be using memory slots a lot. Back from the opticians. Did you miss much? We missed a... you missed a character creation screen. My character looks like this. And we started Astrologer, and basically the same as every other start to Elden Ring. I think you can drop off the roof like over here without taking too much damage. Yeah, there we go. Oh, we should also get the starlight shards that are over here as well, because we will need those later. I plan on doing Celavis's questline to get the magic scorpion charm, because it's going to be a useful thing to have anything that can buff magic on this playthrough. We're not going to be going for every spell, but we will be getting a lot of them, I imagine. Gonna squeeze down past the Knight's Cavalry. Obtain another golden seed from up here. And not get shot by the Golem Archer. Or killed by the Deathbird, actually. Those sheep are having a good time. Gently avoid the Knight's Cavalry on the way back around as well. Get in here to go that. And then leave. We don't want any incantations, obviously, so we're not going to worry too much about that stuff. I think the most interesting run we're going to be doing in the near future, I mean, it's in the far future, probably, but, like, the Maternal Staff from the DLC is the one that allows you to cast both incantations and sorceries with it. That I am very interested in using. Right, so over here somewhere, I think on this side, we get to... Oh, let me grab that real quick. Yeah, we get to drop down over here. I might actually just aim for that Spirit Spring. See if we can make it into the influence of that. Perfect. And we could go and get Crystal Burst from the Demi-Human Queen, but I honestly don't think I'm going to use that one much. Gonna take a sip of tea while we're at it. I don't expect we'll need to come back here, so I'm not going to bother with the Grace. We'll be seeing that guy a lot when we end up doing the Bandit's Curved Sword. I'm pretty sure that's the place you're supposed to farm that from, is the skeleton just outside of Church of Pilgrimage. Good that you have the every sorcery run completed so early, kind of crossed off the list, yeah. And now I also know which spells are going to be worth going after whenever I have either the base game or the DLC in mind. Because in the DLC, I know I'm going after that Spectral Rings of Light spell every time. The one that's in Charo's Hidden Grave, because that is genuinely one of the best spells in the game in terms of, like, DPS. Like, actually being able to fully shred bosses with that was so fun when me and Zloy played. Okay, that's everything from Weeping Peninsula for now. We will obviously be back here to talk to Selen later. I think... yeah, that'll take us back to Agheel Lake South. We're going to head over here for the other gold pickled Foulfoot. Grab the Somber Smithing Stone that's there. Always worth grabbing some extra runes on the way. Yeah, Spectral Rings of Light and Shard Spiral are basically the endgame boss eaters. One or both of those is going to appear in basically every of my sorcery-based playthroughs going forward. Yeah, from here I think we hop down this side, right? Cross the roads. As long as the giants aren't quite here yet. This guy sitting on the chair has the Somber One. Hello? There we go. Then we're going to go to Stormhill, grab some more root resin up by Warmaster's Shack, and then go along the south road to Fort Height. Get all of the blood roses that we'll need for grease crafting. Sorry about the flickering again. We'll meet Rodrika and get the jellyfish summon as well, because that also gives us access to a magical talisman once we get to Mountaintops of the Giants. And I want to make sure that all of those options are available to me later, although I'm pretty sure that the talisman just does the same thing that the staff does, where it increases FP cost for, like, additional casting power or casting speed. Although, no, it can't be casting speed, because Radagon Icon already does that.
Can you take the paw and it'll be glad.
Cool. Gonna sit here real quick. Not gonna worry about talking to Melina. We are gonna go up here to get Wild Strikes. A torrent is a bulldozer, yes. It's the horns. The horns are the bull part of the bulldozer. The dozing part happens whenever he's not currently in use. He's just sleeping. Okay, good. We're going to apply that to the Morning Star in a little bit. For once, we don't need to get the strength crystal tier that's up there on the hill behind the giant. So we're going to ride this way to the War Master's shack because it's slightly easier. More direct. I don't think we should need much more root resin, but having some extra never hurts. So now we've gotten to here. We'll go to Agil Lake. Or maybe from Bridge of Sacrifice. Either way, it doesn't matter much. I'm trying to think what we want to do for our opening magic options when we have to fight Godrick, because we will have to fight Godrick. I don't even need to come this way. Why am I doing this? Purely just to get 64 runes from that one guy being accidentally killed. Penguins! Where's the... Oh, it's here. For some reason I saw the wolves. I thought I'd gone past the graveyard or had disappeared entirely, but... Yeah, we love a drive-by. Grave robbing. We got this as well. Line up this lot. Need to fix my flasks, actually. Unfortunately for you, I am also skilled with the sword. Oh, he dropped us a crossbow. That's nice. Also, the pumpkin head is down there now, which is fine by me, because I am going up this way. Peace. I'll be honest, I'm mostly here for the blood roses. And the recipe book that's in the tower up there. I could care less about Kenneth Heights Fort. Fort Kenneth. But, we can do it while we're here. If it helps. Oh, I was hoping I'd hit more of them. Absolutely not. How dare you, sir? Anyway. Oh, free rune arc. Immediate free rune arc. You love to see it. Really wish I'd refreshed my magic before that, because I just got a full heal, but not to worry. Let's see what we can do about your man up here, then. Doesn't guard much, this lad, does he? Good fight. We'll need the Dectus Medallion because I want to get to the Altus Plateau easily, so... No point in fighting Makar if we don't have to. I do like that fight, weirdly, even though it's another magma worm. It feels like you earn your way onto Altus that way, instead of just coming here and opening a chest. Didn't get the grace by Fort Height, so we'll just leave by the tradesman's entrance. I'm also so Dark Souls brained right now that I'm trying to double tap B to slide down ladders. Because that's what you do in Dark Souls 1, even though that's not how you do it in Dark Souls 2, as I found out by like falling backwards off a ladder by letting go that one time. Oh, got a fresh hat. The other thing that continues to be true about Dark Souls that is not true of Elden Ring is that every piece of armor in Dark Souls looks really cool, whereas I feel like Elden Bling is not quite as good somehow. I think it's maybe just the graphical fidelity of Elden Ring makes it harder for pieces to fit together, whereas the aesthetic of Dark Souls is kind of like an older one, and therefore they're like, you know, the lines are a little fuzzier. Gotta be creative for Elden Bling. Yeah, I just wish some of it was like, as a color palette, would go together a little better. I mean, it's not the worst, but it's also just cool looking stuff in Dark Souls more than anything. The other thing about Dark Souls is that you get a lot of armor sets like all in one go just by killing an enemy, whereas in Elden Ring I feel like you have to kind of farm stuff a bit more, or you get stuff from, you get different pieces from different people, and you kind of have to do a bit of searching to put together a full set of armor. Whereas in Dark Souls, it's like, you kill a guy, you get his entire armor set, no questions asked. Elden Ring armor designs focus on the armor sets and not mixing, yeah. I think my Dark Souls character was wearing, like, a mix of the gold-hemmed black robes and the stuff that I started out with as a pyromancer, and it still looked pretty good, so... Okay, we get flasks. We go see Garank. We get another golden seed from over here. Yeah, it would be cooler if you could dye it like with Bok, and I think that's what a lot of people were expecting Bok to do when he altered your clothing, instead of just removing capes and hoods from stuff. But, you know, The lad can't help it. It's the way he was made. I'm going to come back for the scarab here, the one that I normally loot for the Somber Smithing Stone 9. I'm mostly going to do that because, A, I don't want to die to the Vulgar Militia, which I probably will do if I stick around and try and beat it with a short sword. But also because I'm not 100% certain that this staff levels up with Somber Smithing Stones. So I will need to make sure I'm not wasting my time. Oh, hello.
Forgive me. To determine if you had... It seems torrent, whereas I'm in. There is, but I can take you gathering place.
Not going to Round Table Hold quite yet. Very few armor sets share the same hue on the actual metal. Yeah, and there's a lot of them that are made of a diverse range of metals. Say hello to Grail. Stream is a bit laggy. Is it just for you? Probably. I don't see anything weird on my end, so it is probably just for you. You can always drop down to a lower quality setting if you need to. Alright. Time to do our usual thing. Pass time until nightfall. I will quickly use my runes if I have any that need using. Yeah, that should be fine. I think I'll put a point into Vigor right now because I'm so low on Vigor. And then obviously we're going to be pumping Intelligence and Dex anyway. Probably Mind as well. But the main thing I need to do right now is make sure that these are on my pouch and get ready to die a couple of times. Oh good, he did notice me. I was worried there. Well, goofed that up, didn't I? Oh god. Help. Where is he? Oh, he's over there. Yeah, he's not going to come at me. Yeah, I've got to jump down from here, and he's probably going to hit me while I'm trying to escape him. Oh wait, no, we've got him trapped. We've got him trapped. This is good. This is good. Let's see if he falls. Oh, go on, get off the cliff. Just got to make sure he doesn't end up despawning from this position because come on, fall off. Oh no, he despawned. Oh no, he's still there. Oh, he's so close to falling, surely. Yep, I think he went. There we go. 54, nice. Okay, great. So that's all set. Now we head back up through here, go find Grail. Got to apply the Wild Strike's Ash of War to the Morning Star, but we should have the stats required to wield it because it's such a low statted out weapon. And obviously we've got enough runes that we can make up a couple of those stats if we need to. It's like a 8 strength, 10 dex kind of weapon or something, I think. Basically every starter class can use it. Which is why it works so well. It's a low requirements bleed weapon. Right. Ash of War on this. Wild Strikes. Just give it standard affinity. Do some item crafting. As much blood grease as we can carry. Need to two-hand it. Oh yeah, it's 12 strength, but you can two-hand. That's what it is. And yeah, last but not least, put some blood grease on there. The cool thing is this does so little to your stamina bar that you can just keep this going for so long. And even if you run out of FP, you're still hitting and it still inflicts bleed. Just lost everything again to creepers again with your items exploded again. Oh, I'm sorry. That certainly is the way of creepers. Elden Ring's good. Yeah, not doing too badly. We've got our usual setup with this character, so just got to make sure that our stamina gauge remains high so that I can continuously do hits. Like the blood grease just ran out on this, so we reapply. Just a couple more full stamina bars and Grail should be done. There we go. Just one more round of bleeds, and we have one last gold pickle foulfoot we can pop. There we go. And that's 150,000. Nice. Okay, time to unequip that forever. How high can I get my intelligence? 50. Okay, so here's the deal. We can, in theory, get to Azur's Glintstone staff with 52 int if we go right now. I still have to be able to beat Red Wolf of Radagon with 10 vigor. Let me quickly look up the other requirements. Azur's Glintstone staff. Yeah, it needs 10 strength, which I don't have, but we can get there too. So we're doing it. Absurd though this is, we are putting all of our points into int. What's the next level? Okay, 10k. 10-4, in fact. 10-4, good buddy. And we need another 800. Yeah, just about. Okay, so we're going in here for the other half of the Dectus Medallion, obviously. I'm going to put one more point into strength. The ringliest brain, yes. Yeah, no, absolutely. This character has the least smooth brain you've ever seen. So we're going to get the Dectus Medallion from here. We could get the Soul Seal, but why bother? The only thing I really want from here is there's also a Golden Rune 12, which I think gives you, like, a decent input of runes. It's, like, close to 10k, which we will definitely appreciate right now. But I really just want this. And then to not be attacked by a rat. I'm like a freaking ninja in this place now. We'll get the Soul Seal just because it's almost easier to get it than not get it. And we lost 8 runes in that, so that's pretty good. We'll keep the Fort Faroth Grace. We will go down to the Church of the Plague just to get the Sacred Tear from there. We're obviously not doing the skip to the Radahn fight because God knows I'm not going to fight Radahn with 8 Vigor and 50 Int. I'm going to briefly launch myself back up here to get the Smithing Stones, because we might need these a little later. The Stone Sword Key's not too bad either. I feel like maybe I should have been getting the Somber Smithing Stone drops that we can grab now, because we're still going to need them for Wing of Astel if we use that weapon. Oh, there'll be another Starlight Shards over here too, so... Again, helpful for Celavis's quest. Okay, flasks are now at +5, which is way more health bar than I actually have. We're going to warp to Storm Hill and go to Liurnia. And then break into the academy with the lowest possible health rating. I also don't think I'll need these on my pouch anymore, so sooner or later we will replace those with a lantern. It's going to be really interesting to see if I can beat Red Wolf with, like, Glintstone Pebble at 50 intelligence. Considering the boss is probably fairly magic resistant and also very maneuverable. But we'll see. It can be a fun challenge for this part of the run. Is there something here? No. No, there's a scarab somewhere, but... Yeah, what I think we could really, like, if we have trouble fighting Red Wolf, we'll just warp back to, the ruins where Selen is, Waypoint Ruins, I think. And we'll buy Glintstone Stars. If I can get that, because that's a really a better, like, homing spell against maneuverable enemies. And it's probably going to be one of the staples of the run anyway. I only killed that wolf because it gave me 5k runes. Or 5 times runes, sorry. Oh yeah, Graveyard over here has that one scroll that we can give to somebody. Whether it's Selen or Turtle Pope matters very little. Academy Scroll. Tope's the Bluntstone. We might as well grab Tope's barrier as well. Want to see if I can use that for something?
You then believe it or for a... Well,
I could spare 10 runes. I got them from a wolf.
I'm afraid. Oh, right. I can tell you. You've seen that. That's the... Only it's done after they did the academy, because you might have making entry to them, so on. When they cast... Why? Without one. And you'll never... And if you want you... Would you... I know it, but still...
Alright. Now we've got him on the roster. We can head down to Raya Lucaria. Oh, excuse me. We'll get the Academy Glintstone key. We'll bust through the gates. We will try and fight our way through bits of it. I don't know how effective this is going to be. Somehow having 50 intelligence is the least intelligent move. But we'll get there. We'll get there. How much does this actually get me? 7,500, okay. Worth keeping in mind. We're not going to buy a lantern yet, because we won't need it yet. No, 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 no. I want this, please. I don't want to be attacked by magic monkeys or whatever those are. Let me sit at the grace, please. There we go. I'm also going to grab this while I can, because sometimes smithing stone 3s are the hard ones to find. I don't think I even aggroed the Royal Revenant. I think I got past it too quickly. Which I'm not going to complain about, because those things are a pain to fight. We'll activate this grace. We'll go around the corner here to do some sneaking. Some Metal Gear Dragon. We love a dragon heist. How are you feeling about this one? I'm looking forward to it. We have 50 intelligence. We need 52. And I need to put an additional point into strength. Oh, Smaragd's woken up. Too late. I'm already gone. Didn't even load the boss bar. Dragon didn't even get mad at me. Love that for us. I'm going to grab the Grace over here quickly too. But yeah, this one's going to be a fun astrology run. We're not going to do too much because we did a lot of the astrology objectives in the astrologer's staff run. So this one is going to be more speedy. The thing about astrology as a playstyle is that it doesn't differ all that much. Once you figure out what works, you kind of do everything the same way each time. Whereas the weapons have a bit more variety because there are different weapon skills, different styles of weapons. There's only really one way to do astrology, plus, like, the variation being the different schools of magic, right? And so I will figure out if there are ways we can make some of the other staves fun. This one is more suited to a general, like, kitchen sink approach to sorcery because it doesn't prefer any specific school of magic, versus, like, the Albinoric stuff gave you buffs to certain types of magic and leveled with arcane, so it kind of favored an arcane build. The Digger's staff will obviously enhance Digger sorceries. So there's stuff like that that will come into play in future. This won't hit. Yeah, it's too far away. Okay, cool. Well, once I'm in range, they're in range, so I need to be a little careful about that, but... Yeah, it turns out just having raw int and not leveling up the weapon, potentially not going to get me into the academy. They're like, you fool! Yeah, their glintstone shards go further than mine do, so... Yeah, we are going to level Comet Azur, yeah. Like, we're gonna do this with Comet Azur. Am I starting each playthrough from the beginning? Yes. That's the idea. Michelle, thanks so much for the 49 months. I am having a great day, thank you. Tomorrow, I am going to be hosting a TTRPG. On Saturday, I'm doing character creation for somebody for the TTRPG that I'm hosting on Sunday. So my weekend is going to be very tabletop gaming focused, which I'm really looking forward to. Yes, I failed the entrance exam, I did. I can probably attack them with a sword. And then we'll see what happens for Red Wolf, but like I said, I might have to either level this staff or go and get hold of some other sorceries, or potentially both. Streaming the TTRPG? No, it's all in-person stuff, so yeah, not going to be streaming it. Oh, the headbutts have come out. Amazing. Headbutts from buttheads. There we go. I've got you now. Except I ran out of stamina. Nope. Alright, well, we're in. We've painted the doors red. I'm just going to sneak around. Not anymore. Sneaking's not for me, it turns out. Never mind. See you later. Bye-bye. Nope. The other thing we could potentially do for Red Wolf, which I hadn't considered up until this point, is summoning. Like, I don't have any upgrades to any of my summons yet, obviously, but... Oh god, you're in the way. You're so in the way. Yeah, if I summon, like, wolves or jellyfish or something, then maybe they'll, if nothing else, provide extra targets. Oh, don't get on the elevator. Well, enjoy your existence. Bye. Don't know what happened to him. Best not to ask. When do I think I'll post more A to Z VODs? I will try and get the backlog taken care of this weekend if I can. It's difficult to manage between all of the other stuff that I'm doing right now, but I appreciate the interest. Okay, so this is basically the Grace before Red Wolf of Radagon. So here's something we want to do. We want to maybe shift our flasks over to put more into mana, if possible, because we will need to cast a lot of spells during this fight. I have 508 runes, which is not a huge amount. We will backstab this guy. And then prepare a charged R2 so we can backstab him again. Didn't exactly work out the way I planned. I know that spell, and I don't want to let you finish it. The other thing we'll do is see if any... Yeah, we got wolves or we got jellyfish. Those are the two. Obviously, wolves are more expensive. Jellyfish causes poison. Yeah, I think, honestly, jellyfish is going to fare better and be more beneficial to us. Oh god. Oh god, this isn't going well for me. Nope, didn't think so. So here's another plan. Here's another plan. Don't put 50 points into intelligence right at the beginning of the game and nothing else. Actually get the backstab on this guy. That's another thing that's worth doing. I don't think I'm ready for this place. I have a plan, though. We're gonna get back at Seaside Ruins. We're gonna get kidnapped to Celia Crystal Tunnel, and we're gonna go and get the meteorite stuff. Because then I can rock sling everybody. And the meteorite staff cannot be upgraded, and it has a much higher sorcery scaling stat. So we may actually be able to survive for a little bit longer against more intense enemies. You can't hurt me, I've been ensnared in a transporter trap. The plan does not involve a turnip, much as I would like it to. It involves me turning up to Celia Crystal Tunnel. Yes, they do have rodents of unusual size, yes. A common Dark Souls thing, in fact. So much so that the model for said rodents has not really changed all that much in the last couple of decades. So we just about managed to escape that. Pests are the worst. Everything in this game is of unusual size, except for the player and certain swords. Okay, can't get on the horse yet. You need to get outside first, you idiot. Okay, now we can get on the horse. A few swords. Yeah, the short sword, for example. Not that long. I'll briefly, while I'm here, head up this little alcove and get the somber smithing stone that's at the end of it. This area reminds me of Enshrouded. Yeah. It's definitely got that whole shroud thing going on. The one thing you could improve about Elden Ring is give you an opportunity to build. But no, I think that would be a very different game. Alright, that's part 1 of my cunning plan. Part 2 of my cunning plan is over here in this tower. Yes. Now then. Let's see how much damage this does when we Glintstone Pebble some fools. They just released their mountain release? Oh, interesting. So this thing, 155 sorcery scaling. This thing, 218 sorcery scaling. Plus int scaling with S instead of C. And you just can't upgrade it. So let's see how well we do with this one. And if we don't do so well here, we can always go and see Selen. Also, I need to equip Rock Sling. Because Meteorite Staff should boost the viability of Rock Sling considerably. Yep, that'll do. The main thing I have to be concerned about now is wasting mana and avoiding other people's attacks. So here's to that. Guessing I was looking for your playthrough, but I'm guessing it stopped. Yeah, I didn't plan on playing Enshrouded like a long play thing. I just don't have the time to play that plus Minecraft. Like, survival crafting games in general take up a lot of time and effort. Especially if you want to have a unique playthrough compared to other people who create content for the same game. So, yeah, I was enjoying Enshrouded, but was not going to stick with it long term unless there was, like, a ton of interest. I did get school robes, yes. So you can sneak around here and actually, like, sneak up this staircase pretty effectively without getting attacked by anyone. Aside from the guy over there, but he's not a problem. We're going to roll through the secret bit here, though, because this gets us another spell, and I believe this one is actually part of the Azure Conspectus. And depending on what its requirements are, we may actually be able to use that now. 52 int. Oh, this is Carolus Conspectus. Huh, interesting. I don't know if Azure technically has a Conspectus, though. But then this talisman will give us extra juice for the sorceries. I'm going to get attacked by so much stuff when I leave this room. So I'm expecting to die right here, but that's fine because I'm not, like... I don't have the best setup for Red Wolf anyway. Yeah, there we go. I didn't make a ton of effort to avoid that, I will admit, but... I ain't gonna worry about it now. This time I think I can go through here without wasting too much of my mana, so... If we backstab this guy... Do the same thing we did before, where we ready a charged R2. Stagger him again. Okay, that's fine. Now these two get mad at me, but I Rock Sling. Okay, ouch. He's trying to switch to my sword. He keeps trying to hit me with his book, which is not the smartest thing for him to do. And then we sneak through here. Now we can get into this fight. We'll see how this goes. Especially considering how many obstacles there are in this room. And how many projectiles he fires directly at my face. Okay, so none of those have really hit, which is my problem. Okay, that's good damage, though. Unfortunately, you could say the same about him, but I think we can probably, if we land a couple of decent rock slings, we can probably take him out, at which point there is literally just a run between me and getting the stuff we need, so... What are the hit points on a book? What's the damage? I've no idea. I really wish the book was available as an actual melee weapon, because it would be so funny hitting people with the book. Even better if it had a ranged attack. See, this is what I wanted to do the first time around. I'll take rock slinging both of those guys, that works. The main thing you got to do through here is not, like, destroy any of the piles of books, because that's what makes noise, and that's what alerts them to your presence. And then once you get here, you can just crouch, run up the staircase, and you're fine. I also haven't given myself the Flask of Wondrous Physics, so that's something I need to be aware of. See, that was great damage right there. And that was also... I'm looking at him and trying to make sure that the rocks land. I'm not looking at him and gauging whether or not he's attacking me. This one's whole point is a glass cannon, so it shouldn't be too bad, yeah. Very much a glass cannon, like every D&D mage right now. Like the archetypal sorcerer. Cool that these guys die if you hit them with 2 of the rocks. Pretty good. Aren't most mages incredibly weak at the beginning but crazy strong at the end? I mean, in general, yes. Oh god. Didn't realize he could still hit me. We are once again going to this fight lightly nerfed. No. This should land. Nailed it. Oh, okay. Love that we get an extra memory stone for that, too. Now then, if I pop this, I think amazingly this will take us to the point where I can fulfill the intelligence requirement for the Glintstone staff, but I'm still 9 strength and I need to be 10. Outside of that, we can obtain and wield the staff we want, so that's good. I am not planning on 1v1ing Moongrum right now. Unfortunately, the alternative is going this way past these guys. Oh good, that does hit him. Excellent. Excuse me. Give me your sword. Nope, just a row of fruit. Never mind. Oh, Academy Glintstone staff, my old friend. Where is he? They throw a pebble at me, I throw boulders at them. That is how this will go. Okay, so I'm going to avoid most of the puppets if I possibly can. I know some of them have ranged attacks, which is really annoying. But the marionette soldiers are not going to be my favorite people to deal with. In fact, I think I might dodge around here and then cast Rock Sling back towards the... Oh, I can't go around this way, can I? Okay, good. I'm glad that worked. I'm glad something worked. Because if this guy starts, like, multi-shotting me while I'm on the ladder, then I'm not going to be very happy. I mean, look at the amount of arrows he left in the stonework. Alright, now we Glintstone Pebble the avionets. Is there just 2 of them, or is there a third? Yeah, there is a third up there. I swear that should have hit him. You can go down to one of these. It's actually an interesting exercise in mana conservation. Crystal darts might be handy too. Now then, from here, I don't think we need to go across there, because our destination is just that rooftop over there, so we can always come back if we really need to. What do you have? You're a bowman. We need to take out you. Really don't want any interest in the guys with bows. We need to be up there, basically, yeah? So we hop in through here. Mosey along the rafters. We get the extra key for Taupes. And now we have to deal with Hallway Boy. So I think what we're going to do is kick down the shortcut ladder, even though this means fighting more dudes. Yeah, none of that's getting past the chandelier. Unfortunate. Well, we'll do our best. Oh, I forgot about his friend. He's got the spell I want. You see this stick? You see this stick? This stick is probably better than the other one. There we go. There we go, alright. The sword for these guys, probably the better weapon. And we need this, because that's another worthwhile sorcery. Oh, okay, now you're going to be a very particular kind of problem. Because I think the problem with this hallway here is that it is not wide enough for me to cast... Or maybe it is. With... Ha! Get dunked on. We have the weapon for the run. In less than an hour and a half. Not terrible. Unfortunately, I have to wield it with both hands. But we have the weapon for the run. I kind of forgot about the two-handed thing, actually. That's pretty great. Honestly, we could go and fight Renala, because I think Rocksling does damage her pretty hefty, but... Let's take a look at this. Reduces casting time of all sorceries, but consumes additional FP. So what we need from this is to go back to Debate Parlor and go and get the Radagon icon, because then between this and Radagon icon, we actually don't have to invest any points into Dex. We would only really be doing that so that we could equip Wing of Astel. Who's ever seen a mage two-handing a staff in Elden Ring? I know. Honestly, all I need is, like, maybe 7,000 more runes, and I'm good to one-hand this, but look at the thing. It's chunky. Yeah, I did also pants that guy in the hallway, which is very good. I'm a big fan of that, actually. We call that the Ryuji Goda method. Why is it always Stone Astrolabe? Pretty effective blocking with these guys, actually, but... Oh, nice sword for us too. This I can actually use. And it has Glintstone Pebble as a an Ash of War, which I think is what this guy's been casting the entire time. Got quite a cool moveset, actually. Straight sword, huh? Yeah. It's got this, like cross-slash kind of pattern to it that's interesting. Anyway, yeah, now we're all set up. We should probably go and try to kill a Shard Bearer, question mark? I think Godrick seems like a solid target, though. Now that we have the staff and everything. If the mage could swing the staff as a mace, it looks like it'd really hurt. Well, yeah. I expect it would. In fact, you know what? Before we go and fight Godrick, let's at least go to Waypoint Ruins and find Selen. If you Ash Pebble then Strong Attack, you lunge forward? Really? Oh, wow. That's cool. Follow up with a Strong Attack to chain this skill into a lunging thrust performed while the armament is still imbued with Glintstone. Fun. That I quite like. Not as much as I like two-handing the stick. But no, that is really cool. So it's time to go and see if we can outmaneuver a Mad Pumpkinhead in a small cellar using sorceries. Which I should be able to, but... This is going to be like a Golden Rune 1. Yeah, it's going to be like something insignificant. But I'll grab it anyway. What's up, fool? Question is, how do I get these to hit him in the back? Because his helmet kind of blocks a lot of the more serious attempts on his life. Okay, Glintstone Arc is better because it goes through the head instead of just impacting on the head all of the time. Although, it really depends on his stance. Like, the hitbox for that is really interesting. There we go. We landed a couple with that one. There we go. Little cheeky pebble at the end there. Imagine walking into Sorceress Selen's cellar, her little chamber down here, carrying Azur's Glintstone staff, and she just says absolutely nothing about that. Because that's about to happen now, so you don't need to imagine it.
Tarnished, are we? I am Selen, a sorcerer, quite plainly. Why are you here?
I want to learn sorceries. Can you tell?
Sorceries. Well, your aptitude does appear passable, but one must choose one's masters wisely. I was exiled as a revile. Do you still wish? Very well, but I refuse to anticipate grievance.
I give you a scroll.
Is very well. I'll be sure to never lose. Is very well. I'll be sure to never lose.
I'll be sure to never lose. Glintstone stars, yes please. Star shower, also yes please. Glintstone comet shards, Carolus conspectus, part of our remit here. Those unworthy of the Stone Crown typically end their brief journey into sorcery here. So to be more worthy of the Stone Crown, you have to have a higher than 16 intelligence. I think I qualify. These days, I think I qualify. Tattoo matches the staff color. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I think we went with this. Memorize spell. Let's get... Honestly, let's swap Glintstone Pebble straight up for Comet, now that we have the ability to cast that, and I think we're probably going to put Glintstone Stars there and Glintstone Arc last. I don't tend to use Glintstone Arc for all that long. It might be useful in some situations, but Stars is going to be the thing that takes down Godrick for sure. Speaking of which, let's head back to Stormhill and let's go to Stormvale, because we have to fight Margit still. We've made our way further into Raya Lucaria than we have into Stormvale, and we have not yet fought Margit, so time to see how we can do against Margit with 10 Vigor. And 52 intelligence. This build is just all kinds of min-maxed right now. It will even out over the course of the run, but realistically I wanted to be able to use one of the higher level staves in the game immediately. Carrion Regal Scepter, whenever we get to that weapon, is going to look very similar, with the only exception being I need like 70 intelligence to wield that, so I will not be able to do it straight out of the gate. And I'll have to beat Renala for it, so I mean, who knows when that's going to happen. The other thing about Azur's Glintstone Staff is that it can be upgraded, and we have not done that yet. So if we really wanted to, we could tell Melina we're going to Round Table Hold and go and tell Hugh to make the staff better.
Very well. Let my hand rest upon you.
Imagine touching a woman. Couldn't be me. Because my partner is non-binary. Possible, yeah, with my 52 intelligence. Honestly, I might be a better sorcerer than Selen already. If you're looking at it in terms of raw numbers. Hello, Rodrika.
Greeting. My name isn't this around. I never knew, although I'm still looking. So I'm still looking.
Rodrika is the most important person around Table Hold, except maybe Hugh.
You're new, no matter how loud you're up.
Somber, great. Good to know. Lazuli Glintstone Sword, also somber. I assume Wing of Astel, also somber.
Look, she's crazy. She has it. I saw in her eye.
So we'll set up Spirit Tuning just in case we need it later, because we'll probably need a melee proxy for the Radagon fight, because he's very good at blocking magic.
He does it. I know I can tell.
Back already, no matter. Look up. Are you hoots? Absurd. I refuse.
Okay. While we're at it, actually, let's go back to Church of LA. Let's go and see Blythe. Let's get Smithing Stone 2 from the Darriwil fight. And if we can afford to buy Stones 3 and 4 from EG, then we can get this thing up to +5.
Next time you don't fret.
We need to be on Altus for +6.
Goodbye.
I got the Flask of Wondrous Physic, right? I'm not just... Did I not get the Flask of Wondrous Physic? Or did I just not mix it yet? I didn't get it. When I was at the Church of Marika, we just didn't get it. Well, I guess we're going to the Church of Marika first, then. It's possibly the first time I've forgotten to pick the flask up. Okay. Well, we're going to need that later, because we're going to need to cast Comet Azur infinitely, so... the hidden tier, the Cerulean hidden tier, is going to be very important. I can't believe I cannot use this staff right now. Like, I guess that technically I can, but it's telling me that one-handing it I can't, which is amazing. So there are a couple of other stops we want on the way to our sorcery takeover of the entire world. I want to get Oracle Bubble, or Great Oracular Bubble, because I absolutely love that spell. I think it's my favorite. We'll obviously go to Mount Gelmir and get Comet Azur, but that's not going to happen for a long time. And by a long time, I mean probably next stream.
Who goes there? Carly sent you. The name's Blood. He fled somewhere. Come tell me if I can offer you.
Alright, bud, he's over here. I also don't have the map of Limgrave, I just remembered. Darriwil is going to be another one for whom Glintstone Stars or Rock Sling will probably do decent damage, but having Blythe to help with this fight is going to mean that he takes the heat off me slightly. Maybe isn't quite so keen on dodging. Should probably just unequip the shield. Because, like, when do I plan on using a shield?
Darriwil. Rotting in a cell is no true justice. No. This is where it ends for you.
Blythe, a little help. He's gonna get so staggered. Didn't even stagger him. Wild. Roxley normally does a ton of poise damage. Yeah, Blythe needs his anime character slow walk. Yeah. His JoJo style, you're approaching me. Alright, Dad, smithing stones, please.
Hard to work for it. Don't say I'm not a... Oh, if you venture, tell him I said he'll be sure I owe you one.
Alright, we'll go see EG. Go see EG. South Raya Lucaria Gate. And then King's Realm Ruins Warp. Free map fragment. I was going to say map slice. You know, the map slices you get. Of course, we can't go and see Varre yet, but I imagine we'll get to that by the end of the stream. Although fighting Magnus the Beastclaw as a mage is going to be a little rough. And then I need to get myself to the point where I can actually use a bow. But I expect the short bow you can get from the round table hold will not be too bad. I think it's the short bow. Seem to have crashed Blue Sky. You followed a bunch of people and now it's down. I expect somebody big may have just, like, announced that they're joining or something. That's what usually crashes a site like that, is the capacity. I've had a lot of sign-ups recently, though. I've been surprised by any weapons I normally wouldn't use but now really like during this challenge. Honestly, I've fallen in love with colossal weapons, which I never thought I would enjoy using because they're so slow. But being able to hit stuff like a truck is really satisfying. And the Anvil Hammer is probably my favorite weapon among the A weapons, although honestly I've been surprised by a lot of what's possible with astrology. With glintstone staffs. And I've also beaten the game twice with bows and once with a crossbow now, which I never thought I would do. So
well, I presume. Oh, I am an old so here, perhaps.
okay, so those are going to be more expensive.
Something. Oh, and if you come to, I am. You don't raise territory. When the Raya after Lucaria, I conjure that is why, unless you wish. Like quite a rare, perhaps. At any rate, I've something else.
So I don't think I have enough runes to get both of those upgrades right now. Although maybe I do. No, I can get one but not the other. Well, there's a couple of those balloons I can pop in the Leonia swamp that'll get me smithing stone 6s if this doesn't reach quite where I need to be. Oh, almost. I can kill a couple of the sorcerers in this ruin and that should be fine. I can't believe I'm prioritizing this over, like, being able to level my character. Free Glintstone stuff. Yeah, these guys really don't drop a whole lot of runes, do they? Oh god, that's such a slow R2. Yeah, we've got this grace already. Can I see any of the balloons from here? No, they're all around the edges of the swamp, really, aren't they? I bet there's some golden runes just kind of lurking up here somewhere. I don't know where they would be, and I'm probably going to get shot at by the seal, but... Oh, yeah, there's a graveyard up here, of course. Forgot Elden Ring was now. No worries, Zerotron. We are on a ridiculous run. We have the Azur's Glintstone staff already. We went into Raya Lucaria and beat the Red Wolf of Radagon to get it. I'm now trying to get it leveled up before we go and fight Margit. But right now I have to wield this staff with 2 hands because it is too heavy for me to use. And like the strength required is 10. My starting strength was 8. Will I do the Frenzied Flame ending when I get to the Frenzied Flame weapons? Yes. So I already did the Frenzied Flame ending with the Anvilin, who was the Anvil Hammer character. I decided basically I was going to make a character who made all the wrong decisions, killed the NPCs, that kind of thing. And so we did a bunch with that. We got Frenzied Flame incantations involved. I think it really worked for the Anvil Hammer because it's a faith-based weapon to begin with, but it also needed... It like wanted a little bit of flavor, and the weapon itself kind of looks like it's got Frenzied Flame coloring to it. So I thought that was really good. So yeah, he can also strengthen my weapons while he's here, right? So I'll probably smash these runes as well. See if we can level to +5. But yeah, eventually we'll end up doing the, heck yeah, dude. Yeah, eventually we'll end up doing the Frenzied Flame seal as a playthrough, so that'll require all of the Frenzied Flame incantations, and I will probably try to get all of them, including the one from the DLC. Did that statue just talk to you? That's E.G. He's a troll and a blacksmith. Right. Time to fight Margit, like a true sorcerer, with 10 vigor.
Foul tarnished. In search of the Elden Ring. Emboldened by the flame of ambition.
Nice of you to show up, Your Majesty. Another talking statue. What are the odds? It looks so good in this, like, sunset hour, yeah.
Someone must extinguish thy flame. Let it be Margit the Fell.
Love this guy. Rock Sling! Oh! Oh, that's some damage. Oh, yes. This isn't going to crit for much, but I'll do it anyway. Oh, more than I expected, actually. Pretty good. Sorry, let me just re-equip my staff. I am too weak to wield it.
Thou art of passing skill. Warrior blood must truly run thy veins.
Where did that one rock go just then?
Foolish ambitions to rest.
I have so low health, I cannot believe. I cannot believe he can just two-shot me, but... I gotta be better at dodging, that's all. Yeah, that one rock really let me down. That one rock was, like, miles away. Okay, I was a little close to the wall there. A little close for comfort. Surprised he didn't try and holy dagger me. Stagger? Nope. Okay, fine.
Well, thou art of passing skill. Warrior blood must truly run in thy veins. Put these foolish ambitions to rest.
I gotta be better at dodging. Every time. He stays maneuverable. I should start using Comet a bit as well, considering I have the option. Yeah, that'll do. Vary the spells just a little bit.
Well, thou art of passing skill. Warrior blood must truly run in thy veins. Tarnished.
Nope, nope, nope. Ah, closer that time. My brain is so big, but my rest of my body is so small. My health bar is so small. He will just run directly into a comet, though, which I appreciate.
Well, thou art of passing skill. Warrior blood must truly run in thy veins. Tarnished.
Oh, can't even cast that one. There we go, a bit better. Yeah, Comet does the most damage because I can charge it. Rocksling doesn't have any benefits from holding to charge. I am going to put a point into strength so that I can one-hand my staff, finally. Because then I could re-equip a shield and not block with it in the slightest, because I never block with anything. We could even offhand the staff and then main-hand the sword if we wanted to do that. But I kind of like having it as a main-hand weapon. I don't know. I'm not sure what I'll prefer ultimately, but... Is this us? I don't know, I kind of got used to triggering spells with my right trigger. Maybe we could put a skill onto the... I mean, it's difficult, right? Because we could put spinning weapon on the staff, maybe? But unless we main hand the sword, we can't use the Glintstone Pebble Ash and get that cool follow-up attack. But I like main handing the staff. I honestly think using the staff two-handed is pretty funny. Anyway, I'm going to take a short break. Need to run to the bathroom. Going to refresh my water. But we'll do Stormveil after I get back. So see you in a sec, folks. Go get refreshments and see you in a couple of minutes' time. Okay. On we go. Ginger, you're off. No worries. Have a good one. Thanks for modding as per usual. Stormvale Castle. I think we're just going in the front door, right? Like, I don't see any reason not to.
You there? Come. It's tightly booked. The guards, you'll breach the... Well, but of course. The gates! Open the gates!
So for this, we'll... I was going to say immediately start rolling, but we all saw how that went. Okay, that went better. We'll go get the Grace over here. If the Omen line will let us. And, oh, we have the extra talisman pouch, so we can totally equip the Radagon icon now, which is good. I think I need to reset the Omen line's aggro by resting here. Yeah. And then we'll sneak around this way. Oh, he's still mad. I don't think he comes over this fast, so... Maybe he does. Alright, we're in! This should be plain sailing up to lift side chamber then. Nice try, bud. I own this place. I am the lord of all that is golden. I'm gonna go talk to Nefeli, even though we don't strictly speaking need to. Just so Nefeli can be out there in the world. I don't expect I'll need the Arsenal Charm or the end of her quest line, really. So you know what? Maybe we won't go and talk to Nefeli. Let's not worry about it. Excuse me. I was also I read up on the wiki for this weapon. You can't put any Ashes of War on it, including spinning weapon. I will go down here just so we can get the golden seed that's here, though. Yeah, the staff is pretty solid. I cast spells really fast now. The what charm? The Arsenal charm. It proves you're an Arsenal supporter. So we'll put that into mana. Yeah, I think we'll do 3 and 5. Because I don't expect Godrick will already hit me that much. Famous last words. But we'll see, I guess. I expect comets from range are going to do for Godrick.
Dragon, thou art a true born heir. Lend me thy strength, O kindred. Deliver me unto greater heights. Well. The lowly tarnished. Plain as a lord. I command thee, kneel!
You never noticed the number of fingers? Yeah, he has
I am the lord
a few extra.
of all
And one extra
that
leg
is
over there as well.
golden.
Let's do this. Let us dance, you and I. Stuck behind the graves. Not for long, I guess. Yep, he does hit me occasionally. Alright.
Thou art unfit even to graft.
Your favorite voice actor throughout this whole game? Honestly, mine is probably Morgott's. But Godrick is pretty solid. Like, all the voice actors in this game are frankly top-notch, but I just love Morgott's dialogue. See, this is what I meant to do. Is avoid these big swings by just getting down here. Cast another couple of charged comets. Get him into this phase right away. Throw a couple of rock slings for the stagger. We'll skip the cutscene. There we go. He dodges a little bit less in this phase too, so we should be able to get him with another comet. There we go.
I am the lord of all that is golden, and one day we'll return together.
Morgott's drama is so good too. If a player in D&D, his backstory will just keep giving the DM good stuff to work with. Oh yeah, totally. Like, he's cursed, and he's also there underneath Lanedell with Moog the whole time, and he becomes the one who turns his cursed energy into a sword. It's very Jujutsu Kaisen. And then, okay, we're finally going to level Vigor. Thank goodness for that. You stepped away and missed Godrick? Yeah, he doesn't take long. He did, like, take me out once, because my Vigor is so low.
He got what are you though? He
Don't need anything from Gostock, obviously.
I can I?
Malekith's voice is your favorite to copy. Malekith's obviously got a pretty iconic voice too. More of a growl. Let me go back to Limgrave and get the map now that we've done all of Stormvale. I say all of Stormvale. We did like literally none of Stormvale, but we did the important bit. Let's have some fun with guys in this camp. Alright, I think we're powerful enough. I think we're good. Secret King, Secret Warrior a la Batman? Yeah. Alright, so now we know what Limgrave looks like. Should probably get the one for Leonia as well. We don't have either of the ones for Kaled. But now we can go and talk to Varre at the Rose Church. He gives us the usual quest. We go to Altus and we fight Magnus the Beast Claw. That gets us our +6 Somber upgrades. We can level up a little bit. I can see us fighting Renala as well. Again, we'll just have to rely on spamming Rock Sling because, for one thing, she won't avoid it, but for another, it does physical damage and she's very magic resistant. The other thing about this staff is that, you know the whole thing about it decreasing casting time? That applies to both sorceries and incantations, but the only thing it... Oh, we need to go and... I always forget this step. We need to go to the round table, hold and see the two fingers. Yeah, the staff only increases the FP cost of sorceries, but increases the casting time of all spells. So you can, in theory, offhand Azur's Glintstone staff, regardless of whether or not you have the stats to use it. You can, in theory, boost all of your incantation casting times just by offhanding this weapon, this staff, which is pretty cool, but not what I plan on doing it with it in this run. Maybe in a future faith build playthrough, we can do something like that. But there aren't really that many sacred seals. In terms of like the overall number of weapons we're going to use, seals pop up very infrequently. There he is. This idiot.
You claim what? My dad.
What?
I believe even that's the part. Oh, I mean, give it a try. And if it I've high.
Okay, so now we go to Main Academy Gate. I need to go and buy the Imp Ashes as well, because sooner or later we will end up going to the Consecrated Snowfield so that we can get hold of the Graven School Talisman. Yeah, there's one indeed. Like, there's the Dry Leaf Seal from the DLC. There's the Frenzied Flame Seal. I think Clawmark Seal is going to come up first. It's the one you get from Garank. But that one scales your your incantations with strength, not faith, I'm pretty sure. And then Dragon Communion. Yeah, of course. So there's going to be two in D, in fact. Alright, we're gonna go to Bellum Church, so this is where we get flasks +7. I guess we can probably go and do Church of Inhibition as well. I don't really feel like fighting Vike with such little health. The alternative is going back and fighting Grafted Scion, though, because we do need to... we do need to get a Maiden's Blood one way or the other. It does scale with faith, but less than normal. Oh, yeah. No, I mean, the strength is a more important component than it is on any other seal. I love how you can see the ravine, like, path up to the Altus Plateau from over here. I imagine getting up to the Grand Dexus Lift, you kind of wonder, how does one get around this if you don't have the medallion? The Fort Faroth half of the medallion, most likely. Alright. Yeah, let's go and attempt Frenzied Flame Village. I'm more concerned about the tower than anything, but maybe we can... Maybe we can rock sling the guys who are standing on top of it from below or something. I'm not sure. But we don't have a whole lot of health, so if I die doing this, I'm going to die very quickly. Then again, with my int stat, is it mind that scales your focus, or is it int? Because I might have a better resistance to madness if I've got a high int stat. Yeah, I think that's better than it is by default. Definitely better than it was on the last run. But then I get insta-killed by stuff, yeah. I've really got to be in the tower with them, and I don't like being there because that's not a range I'm good at as a sorcerer. Healing only scales with faith, even with all those weird heals? Uh-huh. Yeah, the individual sorcery scaling thing is more Byzantine than I'd ever expect it to be. Just because of all of the things belonging to, like, different schools, and, like, Erd-tree incantations basically just have to do with faith, even if your Sacred Seal doesn't, and, yeah, it's weird. But then who's going to be using incantations and not scaling faith, you know? Thank goodness for that. Also, weapon buffs only scale with faith? Huh. Now the question is, can I rocket sling? Can I rock sling up through the... No, I guess I can't, right. So this is going to have to be a quick turnaround of spells. Oh god, I forgot that I have my sword in my offhand. There we go. I thought I was switching to my sword when actually I was just putting my thing away and punching them. The greatest let's not come up with a creative name is Eyes of Yellow. It's one of them. Definitely one of them. Just realized I should probably go around getting all of the memory stones as well. And maybe Moon of Noxtella eventually. We should be doing Rani's quest though, because that's a path on which many of the useful spells lie. What, no horse? This fight's going to be awkward because the PvP aspect. I can't remember what really works against Pike, but I guess he'll just walk into a rock sling, so that's good. And sooner or later he's going to stagger from this, so... At least I hope he would. I suppose the other thing to remember is that they react to your casting animation, not the spell itself, so as long as he's far enough away, he's not going to be able to dodge roll the comets. Or the meteors, rather. Rocks, even. The rocks that I sling. Don't be fooled by the rocks that I've got. Okay, that went better for me than it did in the last couple of runs, so I'm fine with it. Yes, Minecraft Eye Blossom, exactly. Make sure we get the grace here. We have two very good reasons to go to Mount Gelmir once we're on Altus. One is Comet Azur, of course. And once we get Sellen's whole situation started, we can go back and get Azur's whole armor set, and that's what we'll be wearing for the rest of the run. But also, we're going to be getting the mixed physic tier that you get from fighting the ulcerated tree spirit up there. The one that's like right by Volcano Manor. Because that's the one that gets you infinite casting. Like, removes the FP cost. Rock sling, the spell of hitting you really hard in the face? Well, yeah. Gotta sling those things. Just gonna rest here. +7? +8. Yeah, of course. Because we get 9 and 10 here. And then I'll be able to heal about double what my health bar is right now. So we're going to go up here, grab the golden seed, probably grab the map as well. Hit up the teleporter to cross the forest span Great Bridge. How long do I think this one will take? Longer than the last one. The last one was 6 hours. This one, we're already like 2 and a bit hours in? Yeah. We'll do some leveling up between streams. Like, I'll probably just spend some time killing birds at Mogwin like usual. But then we need to do Rani's quest line, ideally, to get some good spells. We need to do a little bit more exploring to get some more sorceries. We've got to do Sellen's quest line, which doesn't take long, but is still, like, something that we have to advance a bit of Rani's quest line for. Because we need to be in Selvis's confidence at that stage. we need to... Yeah, aside from Sellen's thing, we need to get to Consecrated Snowfield so we can get the other Graven Mass Talisman. And, yeah, I think there's just going to be a few more, like, accessories and things that I just consider pivotal to being a magic user in this game, so we'll probably need to get a handful of those. I think this one will probably be on par with some of the other sorcery playthroughs we've done aside from Astrologer's stuff, though. I think it might end up being like 10, 12 hours. 3 or 4 streams. So if Vike went pretty well, I assume Magnus the Beastclaw is also going to go pretty well. As long as we can keep him at range and use Rock Sling, we'll be okay. Crocheting, nice. Yeah, that's the problem. Is that if he gets to cast, he gets damage on me. And if he hits me, I'm dead, so there's that. Okay, that works. Again, very happy that worked first try, because last time we struggled against Magnus a little bit. Why don't they stagger even though you're throwing a heal at them? I mean... Rock Sling is great, but it turns out it's not the be-all, end-all that I expected it to be. While we're here, while we're in the neighborhood, you know. While we're in the neighborhood and we have 13 vigor or whatever it is I've got right now, let's go to Mount Gelmir. Let's go to a volcano with 13 vigor. Guarantee if any of these enemies see me, I'm dead, so... Let's try and get as close to the ladder as we can without that happening. Cool. Although... No, we need to be on the other bit of Mount Gelmir, don't we? Because this is the one that leads up to Volcano Manor. So we do still need to go this way, admittedly. But we need to go there through the Falling Star Beast arena. We don't have to fight the Falling Star Beast, though. So maybe I won't. Maybe I will not do that. We could follow the Rainbow Stones and have Patches kick us down this way, but I don't think the Rainbow Stones are even there because we haven't met Patches. I don't recall what's the prerequisite of that. Either way, Grafted Scion jump scare. Or just jump, I suppose, is the other option. It was a scary jump. But at least there's a Stake of Marika here, so, you know. I get to keep my runes. Where are my runes? Oh my god, I died so quickly my runes are further back. It actually put them on the other side of this bridge. Incredible. Can't make it up. I guess I could stay on Torrent here as well if I wanted to. But I don't really know how to fight these things on a horse. No way that hits. Man, these tents are literally rock solid. Good fight. Drop anything? Nope. Lame. Scavenger's Curved Sword. Looking forward to that playthrough in 2035 or whenever. I don't think I'll be able to beat the ulcerated tree spirit. Like, something tells me that's not happening. I might run out of mana, I think is my main concern.
Welcome. Dear Caster.
Hello.
You please. I'm angry.
Doesn't have a lantern. You don't interest me. I think I might have enough runes to level up right now. If not, I have a couple of golden runes tucked away somewhere that I can use. I said good day. The length of some of these ladders, though. I like this one because it gets me up here behind a lot of the Frenzied Flame guys. It is kind of curious why so many people up here are frenzied. Like, that's not really Rykard's whole thing. But they are Lanedale soldiers, and so I wonder if they've been sent against the Volcano Manor. And the troll outside of Volcano Manor has the Frenzied Flame attacks. But I'm like, why? Is it just that Rykard's Inquisition has driven a lot of people mad? Doesn't really have much connection to the Frenzied Flame otherwise. inspired me to play Elden Ring again, but not as good as you, so it'll be a long playthrough. I'm only this good because I've played it like a handful of times now, and a double handful of times really. And even then, I wouldn't say I'm that good necessarily, because I've seen some people who are incredible at this game when it comes to like playing at low stats, low vigor or whatever, rune level 1, that kind of thing. I thought they were frenzied because they got stranded there and stuck in warfare for so long. Maybe. That could well be it. I can see that being the case. So as usual, we're going to collect the map from the back here so that we don't end up getting attacked in the intended way by the Finger Creeper. Together. Let's give the tree spirit a try. Fully preparing to, you know, not do this if it turns out I can't. Fan daggers. Yeah, getting one shot by this thing doesn't seem like my idea of a great time. Leyndale soldiers there are also eating their own dead. Yeah, I think cannibalism is probably a strong sign that they're not all right, but I just wonder if that's like they're frenzied because they're doing that, or they're doing that because they're frenzied, you know? Nope, got hit. Got hit. So yeah, I can get this thing to about half health, but just requires me to do a perfect fight. So I think I'll go get my runes. I'll come back a little bit later. We'll go by the other path and we'll go and get Comet Azur. Provided, of course, that I can beat all of the stuff that's down that way. But, you know, on the randomizer it was a dragon, so I think that's put everything into perspective for me in an important way. It's going to pop up about now anyway, but I will leave again. Oh yeah, and the worm face is here too. It's interesting how that guy appears, because it's one of the transforming ones with the larval tears as loot. And I think he's literally supposed to follow you and then walk into a bonfire and then transform into the worm face. But once he's the worm face, he's always the worm face. Which is very odd. Anyway, One more vigor, that'll do it. We also need to really focus on leveling mind once I have access to a decent way to farm runes. Because I need a big health bar considering how much FP it costs to cast magic with this setup. We could really maximize the amount of damage we do, but for a ridiculous drain on FP. And then... Watchum Chick, thanks so much for the 30 months. And then, yeah, the response to that, of course, is that I drink the mixed physic tier that gives me infinite casting time. Well, that killed me. With the worm face and the tree spirit fight. I mean, the tree spirit would win. I don't think there's much point in trying to make them do that, I suppose. But I think anything the tree spirit does, any of those big sweeping attacks, they sort of become collateral damage. I'm gonna see one more time if I can beat this guy, otherwise I'll just skip him. Staying on torrent to stay maneuverable. Especially once the other skellies come out. It's when attacks like that do like a third of my health bar that I remember, oh yeah, I'm a glass cannon. This should get him. Yay! I think all the other skellies are environmental, though. They're all, like, from this area, so... Okay, we got a few extra runes from that. We might get a level out of that. Forgot to check in on what our current requirements are. This is probably the furthest I've got with such low vigor, though. Like, I don't tend to do a whole lot of runs where I'm not, like, leveling vigor equivalent with a lot of other stats. At least evenly once you get with, once you get to the point where you're getting runes from Grail and everything. Like, I try and get my vigor up to into the 20s, you know? I'm on a horse, mate. What do you think you were going to do? Runs at me on foot. I'm like, no. This bit now reminds me of, with all of the jagged kind of rocks and stuff, reminds me of the final sprint to the Kiln of the First Flame in Dark Souls 1. Where you're, like, basically dodging past all of the Black Knights, because who wants to fight that many Black Knights? It is really interesting to me how many of the design decisions and aesthetic bits and pieces, enemies, weapon animation, stuff like that have remained consistent between Dark Souls 1 and this. Here's a fight that I'm not going to do. Cannot be bothered with a magma worm today. It's weird seeing this place without Alexander here. Skip past all this nonsense with the rune bear as well. Tree Spirit is just the first boss from Dark Souls 1. Yeah, no, it's just the Asylum Demon. It has the same attack patterns and stuff. Maybe a little extra. But it's really funny that, like, for Dark Souls 1 players, a lot of this game would seem fairly familiar, and you have maybe a little advantage in terms of how you would expect enemies to behave. Oh, that's what that is, right? Makes sense. But yeah, you kind of expect how some of these guys behave just by default, so... Once you recognize a certain set of attacks, you're like, oh, really? Okay. I've interrupted the book club again. I'll show you mine, you show me yours. Oh, that guy just fully dodged that. What if I were to sling my rocks at you? Or just do that, I guess. What are you? Thought so. Good. More of those we get, the merrier, of course. Trying to get around this part of the village without alerting the, more violent demi-humans. Aside from this one, of course. Well, ran out of magic, so... This isn't going to go well for me, I feel like. Oh, I've got to stop swapping away from my sword. I was trying to get a twofer then. I was trying to hit both of them. Oh, now they're out of sync and I don't have an opening. Oh. Well, Stake of Marika it is. How many attack combos do you want them to design? I know, it's like... I think the familiar elements of this game are some of the things that keep it grounded for people instead of you having to learn an entire new game. I know a lot of people would love to have the experience of playing Dark Souls over again for the first time and whatnot, so I can sort of see the point, but... that felt a little bit like overkill to me, but... oh, hello. You know what, for these guys, the sword, I think. I just haven't upgraded the sword, so I don't have a ton of confidence in it. It also feels weird attacking with L1, because I've got it equipped in my left hand. I guess I could always two-hand. We'll try and fight them again with a different system in a different world, yeah. The cool thing about rock sling is that even if you don't get to, if your casting would normally get interrupted, the casting animation, the actual rocks appearing, doesn't take a whole lot. Try and hit the Lucaria sorcerers in here as well. Not good. Dang it. I was close, but I also think I don't have enough mana for some of this. I just need to get past this boss, and I would like to do that by defeating the boss, not just running. Obviously, I'm really not meant to be where I am at 3 hours worth of playtime. Did he even stun them? Like, come on, guys. What even is this sword? I did kind of get hit by supporting fire in that last one, didn't I? I wonder if maybe I can take out the other mages with comets beforehand. So I think this is more or less what I tried last time. Ow. The problem is this rock is providing incredible cover for this massive enemy who I can't target higher than the waist, apparently. Of course, it helps if they bring the waist up to my level. And now I have the little guys on me. Okay, you get wrecked. You likewise. And now, big lady. Oh, I can't even reach from this far. And now the sorcerers have come out as well. I can clearly see that guy's head. Why can I not attack him? Okay. That's them taken care of. Alright, you and me. Oh my gosh, I got some flasks back. I think that means I've beaten the other mages. I would love that to be the case. Especially since I cannot land a comet on this one to save my life. I have the high ground. And it's actually not doing me any favors some of the time here. I am actually going to have to fight this thing with a sword in a second. I do not relish that prospect. Get up here. Thank you. I can't believe I'm doing this, but I'm running away. Just so I can respawn here if I can't kill this enemy with my sword. I do so little damage with this thing. Yeah. Absurd. Like, maybe it'll be easier coming from the other Grace, because I feel like I can get an ambush on some of the supporting mages, but man. And I just revived at the stake of Marika, so why even bother? I haven't upgraded the sword at all, so my staff is +5, and I have kind of min-maxed myself to use the staff. But the sword is not it. So like I said, didn't really want to run past this boss, but we will do it. Mainly because then we get to see this lad. Deliver to me your wisdom, and also your armor set later. Thank you. So now we go back to Selen. Selen's like, what's this sorcery, my young apprentice?
Young, you are a tap so now. What's this source? Ah, Master Azur. You make us. We can speak more. If you, it was for it, the tooth. I want glue. No matter what, my apprentice teacher, and but hear me out. I need your help. Perhaps. Splendid. This, please. You must have. I need Master Luce and like my.
Now we need to go and find Lusat.
I need him. He's no.
So we know where Lusat is, so that's totally fine. If we go back to Mount Gelmir now, which is right here. Weird how I just don't know the map of Mount Gelmir very well. Maybe it's when you complete Selen's questline, or when you found Lusat, or some other kind of incident has to occur, or maybe we're rested at Grace. I feel like there's a point at which you can get this armor set just by coming back here, but I don't remember exactly where it is. Anyway, more to the point, we need to head back to Leonia and talk to Varre. I really wish they gave you a better grace for the Rose Church. But then again, Varre is about as far from grace as you can be. I mean, there's the one at Temple Quarter, and there's the one at like the Folly or whatever it's called over there, but neither of those are like especially close. And Patch's Mound is over there, but I feel like they're all kind of equidistant from the Rose Church. None of them are really particularly close. I mean, I want one like here, you know?
Oh, I'm glad. You have a... I wish to a night luminary... So. Now. For your... Normally the... But since...
Okie doke. We got that. We go back to Church of Inhibition. Then we go back to Varre. I've still got the jellyfish summon equipped. I'm like, we don't need that. We don't need that now. That was really there for if we couldn't beat Red Wolf of Radagon.
And with this a night now. This no.
Time to give this man our finger. I'll give you the finger. Ugh.
Oh, good heavens! Clench your teeth or something. Never forget it is what you have. Oh.
Bye. I like just walking away from Varre immediately while he's still talking. It makes me very happy. So I don't have a bow yet. We do have 2 crossbows, neither of which I can use. Although I could probably use them two-handed. I'm not sure how that works. And I'm fairly certain that none of the sorceries I can cast reach the bird. I think the only thing you can really hit the bird with spell-wise is one of the Frenzied Flame incantations. It's the only one that has the range. Very good. No, very bad. The other cool thing we can get from here, though, is there's a couple of massive heroes runes out here in the swamps, so we can go and grab them. Yeah, Loretta Bow means fighting Loretta, though, right? Or does it mean fighting Preceptor Miriam? Either way, I don't want to. Oh, that's what that one has. Alright, we'll grab that. Grab this. Okay, that's the same thing. The same gross thing. Where's the other? There it is. And of course there's a few other bits and pieces around here that are nice to pick up. We can go and get the Somber Dragon Smithing Stone. Probably a few other Smithing Stones and incantations and such around here. But the important thing to focus on is down there. Now, I think we can walk back to Round Table and get a bow. Just depends whether or not I'll be able to use it with my current stats, and if I can't, then I'll use the Lord's runes and stuff we just got. Yeah, well, this needs 14 dex. We're going to be leveling dex anyway. And, oh yeah, they have a memory stone I should buy. We'll be back for the rune arcs later. We'll go to Carle's church and get the arrows that he has available.
Wait, well, you're back.
And then
Goodbye.
We'll head back to Mogwin and do the thing. So the fun thing is, even though right now Radagon Icon is really helpful because it shortens spellcasting time, I think it adds about 30 dexterity that only applies to spellcasting. This adds 40 dexterity that only applies to spellcasting, meaning if we level dex, it's still going to be helpful because we can free up this talisman slot for something else and we don't need the Radagon Icon at all. So that's going to be quite nice. I can think of a couple of other accessories we could put there that really help with magic. We could have Graven School Talisman, Graven Mass Talisman, Magic Scorpion Charm, and potentially the one that you get from Mountaintops. I forget what it's like, Primal Glintstone Blade or something like that. One of those. So either way, we want to level dexterity. We're going to be using these runes to do at least one of those levels. And we should only need to put 2 points into dexterity before we can use this bow. What on earth is this outfit, my dude? Bull goats, Varre's white mask, fingerprint, shield. That's definitely an ensemble. Probably somebody gearing up to fight Radahn. We need the bow to be in this hand, I think. But right, now I have the stats to do that. We can do this. And just like that, I have recovered all of the runes that I just spent. So I think we're going to spend some time doing this. We're going to continue to level intelligence. We'll level mind and vigor. And we'll put some points into dex, like, not as a priority. I think we need 17 dex for Wing of Astel. It primarily scales with intelligence. So that's going to be our priority. Getting enough vigor that we're survivable and we don't get two-shot by early game bosses. Having enough mind to offset the FP cost of using the staff, which is like fully embedded in my leg when I sit down. It's like I have crystals growing off my robe. But yeah, I think we're going to end the stream there because, frankly, it's getting late here and I need to eat something. So, thank you folks for being here for the setup for this one. It's going pretty well so far, I believe. I'm very surprised we were able to get the weapon as early as we did, and we've got some pretty hefty sorceries that we can use next time around. let's see who's streaming. Let's see. I think we're going to go ahead and raid Joel Duggan. Joel is playing Satisfactory, as he has been doing for the last little while since the 1.0 release of Satisfactory. So drop in on him, go and say hi. I'm going to get some dinner, and I will see you guys again soon. Probably not over the weekend because I've got lots of other stuff going on. And then next week we have decorators in, so stay tuned for stream announcements. Like I said, YouTube community page and Blue Sky will be where I announce when I go live for Minecraft stuff specifically, and then Elden Ring should be happening afterwards. So go and say hi to Joel for me, and I'll see you guys again soon. Have a good one. Take care. Bye for now.